So, Uncle Barry,
What's up?
there's big news about artificial intelligence that it will replace at least a huge chunk of the workforce. You know, I'm secure with the industry we are in.
Yeah, me
because,
too.
Yeah. You know, one thing people would never really appreciate
Is
robotic service.
yeah. I think, but there's a restaurant that has like robotic servers.
I mean, we can't fact check it right now, but I'd like
Yeah.
to see what the reviews are on TripAdvisor.
True. Facts.
It's like, that's the one complaint that people will always have. Place was good, but it felt like they had rehearsed the lines, that they were on a script. There's a level of human connection and the human element that cannot be replicated by machine. Although it might be too early to mention that,
Yeah.
but only time will tell. And I'm placing my bets on human connection.
That's what's up. That's the business I'm in, personally. Yeah. Do you wanna like go this, or should we introduce ourselves first?
I think it's about time.
Yeah.
All right.
What's happening? My name is Uncle Barry,
And I am Heppenstall.
and we're at your service.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
At Your Service is a hospitality forward podcast where we seek to discuss all things service related.
Yes, sir.
And where best to start than the industry we are in, at the hospitality industry. Yeah, so Uncle Barry, maybe I can go ahead and share some information about what I do without divulging much.
Yes.
I am,
It's like getting it out of the way.
of course,
Yeah. There's a whole forest.
absolutely. I'm part of the management team in a restaurant by the name Mythos. And that's where I spend most of my time, actually. So front end and center, service, scheduling, but more importantly, managing and exceeding expectations. Yeah. So what about you, Uncle Barry?
Personally, I'm an executive guest relations agent at a 5-star hotel in Nairobi.
There we go.
Yeah, and we're taking this to the world. So we're from Nairobi. We do this thing 6 days a week. Yeah, and today happens to be rest day or not for you.
Well, I still work 6 days. Yeah. And
I mean, you're off a shift to do this. Shows the dedication.
I'm at your service. I mean, it's on brand. So yeah, but I feel like I'm interrupting your introduction.
No, I was just going to expand on how this is going to be just service oriented at
Yes.
large, not necessarily the hospitality industry, because we also go to establishment and we expect service,
Yes,
and we pay for service.
as always.
The customer is always right. I also happen to be that customer sometimes.
Okay.
So this is going to be nice. I can't wait. I'm super pumped for it. We've been cooking for days, man. And I mean, for me, it felt like we were just letting this sit there, let it marinate, and yeah, this
And
is
now
it.
it's time to serve it.
Here's the sauce.
Yeah. Sauce, man. Well, let me ask you, by the way, what's your take on sauce? Do you have a favorite one?
Okay, now we're talking what kind of sauces.
Yeah. I have like a top 3 sauce list for
Go
me.
for it.
Thousand Island. What's this other one? There is a cocktail sauce that normally is served with shrimp. It's something called a cocktail sauce. Yeah, it has a lot of mayo going on there,
Yeah.
like a little bit of paprika, and any chili sauce. The hotter, the better.
Okay.
So
I see
those are
what
the
you're doing.
three. Those are the 3 holy grail for
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So does ketchup qualify as a sauce?
You know, that's funny you should ask, because a Thousand Island is like, ketchup is a component on a Thousand Island.
Yeah.
Unless they change the recipe. But if I have a Thousand Island, I have my mayo and I have my ketchup. So, that's 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I'm big on sauces like that. But of course, I have to enjoy my food with sauce sometimes. But it depends. I just enjoy anything homemade mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, in as much as we're trying to talk about service.
Well, you offer service at home to yourself, or you're a great host. For all the audiences who've never visited Uncle Barry, I'm not saying this is an open invitation,
Yeah.
but I rank him as one of the best hosts out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. And I'm a host at work, and that's
There you
literally
go.
what I do. So I think it also comes natural. And also just as a person who's maybe also service oriented, because I think I'm I'm a service professional first before my any role or anything.
Yeah.
Like no matter the kind of request that it's in front of me or whatever it I have to deal with, I look at it as, okay, now where do I come in, or what can I do for you? You know, I don't question it first. I question myself first. You know,
true hallmark of a service provider. Yeah. Great. So while this has been marinating for a while, a lot has been happening in the previous week. And I thought maybe we should shed some light. Yeah. So for those of you who have been able to notice a few things on the frame, we have merchandise from Bartender Week, and I think we wanted to shed some light on all the good stuff that has been happening for at Bartender Week as we chime in on a few things which are still service oriented. You missed the Bartenders versus Content Creator FC match.
We had a recording for the TBP.
Oh I see. It was on a Sunday.
It was on a Sunday, and I had to come in for work for something I dedicated myself to, so I missed it. Because it was on my way actually home, and that was so convenient. Oh
my God, it even hit
steamer grounds. How did that go actually?
Well, you know what?
Oh, I saw videos.
You saw videos?
I saw you dancing, bro.
There's a clip of me performing that's yet to hit the airwaves. I was really in my element, man. I mean, the energy is insane. There is a support system that we have in the service industry that every day I get to witness when I visit any of these hangouts and events that have been organized by industry heads, like leads. That could be bartenders. It could even be at your service. You know, we're looking to have a live recording.
Exactly.
And don't be surprised if the place is sold out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I like this space. I mean, it's a hallway.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at seats and everything. Like, you know, start small studio audience, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people here.
I hadn't even seen that. Thank you for painting that vision.
Is this where you introduce yourself also as a rapper? Because, you know, you talk about performance and something hitting the airwaves soon.
True. I wear many hats. That's for sure.
Okay, Al Capone.
But that's a good one. That's a good one. I need to have that laugh. But the thread of all these hats is really communication. Yeah, I like to think of it as a way to communicate to the masses. I am a rapper, recording artist, and it's been what now? I officially hit the studio in 2015. I think I have my first record out.
Nice.
And
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. The title for the record is End of the Month.
Oh, that's a tough jump.
I know.
That's a tough track.
I know.
That was your debut single.
That was my debut single. Nice. And here's the story. So it's a busy shift like any other. And I get this slack from, of course, the people around me. And sometimes in the service industry, it's quite demanding. And it's one of those, I'm sure all jobs require you at your best level, regardless of what's going underneath.
True.
But there's a new perspective I have of anyone in the service industry. All right. And this is it.
A new perspective.
I think it's a new perspective. Okay. And especially in a restaurant setup. So you are, for instance, anyone who's working in a restaurant, they need to acknowledge the fact that they're dealing with people who are hungry. Right? Unless they are thirsty, which only makes things even worse.
I came with an appetite.
So I need to be fed. All right. Now, you know the saying, a hungry man is an angry man. So that you're walking on thin ice over there. So when you tell a guest your meal will be out in 2 minutes, some of them ask you, 2 minutes za ukweli?
Let's be honest, Frank. I mean, you're Frank already.
Oh, man. And then you're like, but honesty is the best policy. So anyway, busy shift, all sorts of requests being pulled left, right, and center, demands high, and you just have to meet the expectation and exceed them.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, so, and then I was working on that song for a while. And then that day was the stroke that broke the camel's back. I had made enough tunes on the floor, and I was in contact with a producer in CBD. and I called him and I asked him if he has any slot for me, especially for the afternoon.
Okay.
But I was leaving work at around 4:00 or something. Yeah.
This is all real, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from like...
It's crazy, man. Yeah. And then it was like, yeah, we're live. Just show up. Take a bus to CBD.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place, I don't know whether they still have it on. I lost the contact and all that. And
What, you built your own studio?
I think I'm on the verge of that. But
Nice.
but you know me and sound, I leave it to the experts.
Okay.
Shout out to Humphrey. There you go.
What?
Yeah. He's the man behind the sound. So anyway, our spot opposite Afia Center, went in, yada, yada, yada. There was a choir recording and they were just finishing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I popped in, gave him a beat, and then we went for it. You know, the song is called End of the Month, and it details my frustrations of trying to be the bestseller, or else I might face repercussions, dire repercussions. Yeah, because we were graded on sales numbers, TripAdvisor reviews, and these are really metrics that show someone where they are. They're not falsified metrics. Yeah. So you can imagine, and a really important point to note is I'm fresh off of high school. After my first semester in college, I got this job waiting tables. I don't know jack about the industry, and I'm supposed to outdo everyone else who's been through school and been through different places and all that, which was one learning experience. So yeah, I mean, that's my long-winded introduction as a rapper. And
so you're juggling that with school, or you're doing this on holidays?
I was juggling that with school.
Okay.
Yeah, I took all B shifts that started at around 4:00. So sometimes I would skip class midway. Yeah. But I had an understanding with the lecturers. I'd be like, yo, some of this stuff that I do ensures that I'm here. All right. You don't want me missing for a whole semester, but I mean, an hour worth of a lecture, is understandable. And that's the thing I liked about college. You know, at some point you realize you're dealing now with mature people who understand that you have to juggle things. And you realize that, yes, there's you're not the only one. There's a dad, there's a mom who has kids, they have a job, they're doing this and that. Kujituma, siku zote.
There you go.
Yeah.
It remains the same. That's nice. I thought you get to get out there. And also, as somebody who also listens to your music, I've gotten to also learn something.
Yeah, you
or
have.
even just really how you got to do your first single.
Yeah, it's funny how...
It's actually one of your hardest tracks, bro.
It's
tough because it's real. It's you're talking about end of the month. You really have to juggle. You're trying to, okay, I have this in hand and I have to, you gotta listen to it. I don't know.
Thank you, Uncle Barry, for putting me on. You know, for some reason I and I'll tell you this, okay. I hardly introduced myself at work as a musician, but you know, there's a certain level of connection you need to have with guests. You need to know whether they get certain references. Yeah. And
even for me, I don't introduce myself as a podcaster.
Of course, you should.
Because really what has brought us here is me rendering this service. So until maybe we grow a bond, give a connection, and now conversation lead us to a point where I get to tell you about this other stuff.
True.
I think there are going to be levels to that. Ask me.
Maybe you want to talk about how this started?
The show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Why not?
You've always had the idea.
It was very rough. I'll tell you, it was one page. Did I send a photo of you? A photo of that, the draft to you? I don't know whether I ever did that, but it was very, very rough. Yeah. But I think you helped edify it because I've been also an ardent listener of TBP. Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of what you guys do. So
nice.
This was like, what do you call it? Paths crossing. Yeah.
I think when we were just bouncing off ideas and we're just looking at the industry and thinking, okay, at least every industry do have a podcast, you know. There's now this show called Gear House. They talk about cars and everything, you know, just mechanicals and all that. Even like recently I watched a YouTube video. They organized for like a road trip, 50 cars pulled up, bro.
Whoa.
bro, for like over 500. Like I don't know how many kilometers they covered, but it's close to like 1,000. Some people even came back to Nairobi. The rest like still continued with what the map had to hold.
Oh my word.
Yeah, so I look at that and I look at other industries, people talking finances, people talking this, and I thought, you've been on our show.
I have.
And you've had this idea of talking about really what happens behind the hospitality industry, some of the myths, like what really happens into the preparation for us to deliver and even to exceed expectations, and really what it takes for the people who have to make your Christmas look nice,
Absolutely.
the guys who have to pull up to that outside catering,
Yeah.
the guys making sure the wedding is nice,
And those guys don't take a break.
Yeah, the service providers are literally stroke the hosts.
They are.
Yeah, so I bounced off that idea to you, and you
Mhm.
told me, okay, I've been also cooking the same thing,
Yeah.
and we could take it this way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I like the name because you came up with the name, and I was like,
Done
that's
and
it.
dusted. Yeah. Yeah. It's very relevant. Yeah. Because also, one thing I've learned is service is at the very core of my values.
Yeah.
Oh, and also something I beginning to make, I can say, to not grapple with, but just let me just say grapple with. Okay.
Okay.
Faith is very center to me, like belief, the idea of God
Yeah.
and salvation and all that. I really think about it. I really think about it because I think if you follow those stories of faith, there's the story of Jesus is pretty gangster. That guy didn't have a house.
Never thought of that.
The Son of Man had no house.
Where was he sleeping though?
Hey, yo, but everyone
being
was following
hosted?
him. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus was being
everyone was at his
I want to
service.
play host to Jesus.
But you know what? He also led a life of service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hear him offer a sermon on the mount, feed 5,000 people with what? 5 fishes? I wonder how he did that anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
But still, I think we all host because, if they say, I think at some point I've hosted Jesus and everything. Because, the same Bible still says things like, I don't know, you're made in his likeness.
And
so you in my
absolutely.
presence, that's every opportunity you get to host. You
Exactly.
need to do your best.
I'll do you one better and edify your point. I may be botching the verses, but I think there's one that says,
Me too.
yeah, if you fed the poor, you fed me.
Oh yeah.
If you clothed the ones who don't have clothes, you clothed me. If you housed the homeless, you housed me.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that real acts of service really keep the world going round.
Yeah.
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 And I'm so happy that we have now an authority that a podcast that is that broad and able to
Exactly.
touch on all these aspects of service.
Yeah.
Yeah. But off on a tangent because we were talking about Bartender Week and my performance.
Yeah.
And I really had a good time. And you want to know what's funny? Content creators, of course, thrive on, I can say, what? Controversy. All right. So there was a post that was shared on the 254. There's a group, a WhatsApp group, 254 WhatsApp group, a bartenders group of a guy doing some quick practices saying how walevi ndo watatuchapa. Bro, walevi walichapa watu. A clean 2-0. The energy was insane. But I'm not saying this to blow the trumpet of the bartenders really and the service industry.
Yeah.
I think content creators also offer a service that cannot be over or underestimated.
Entertainment, bro.
It's entertainment, yeah.
Purely.
But to think that these matches can be made off of an idea within the industry and see huge crowds of about, I could easily count 50 people.
Yeah.
Fill up the stadium with energy, music, pomp and color.
Yeah.
All supporting their teams, and while we're all connecting and also sharing ideas. And I think it's a testament of how much the industry is big, connected, and the potential behind it.
Yeah. There's a community out there. And it's funny, this is our first episode and it's also the inaugural Bartenders Week,
You know?
So it's going to be easy to keep counting this.
Of course. We even have a date and a timestamp on it. Yeah, it's
Bro.
very easy. Yeah.
I also had quite the experience, I also get to, because at some point in my career, I've had my time at the bar as a barista and also stroke sommelier. And also I know really what it takes to, to show up for a shift and to do what is expected of you, and even to exceed the same expectations,
That's right.
From management or employers, or to now your guests at the bar. And I even, like, this is taking me back, like, I enjoyed conversations at the bar with guests because they would take a while. Especially like a solo drinker, and they walk up to the bar like 6 o'clock. It's easy to have a long-lasting conversations than a server is going to come to the table at least, in intervals. At least this is going to be the only time I'm going to get distracted is if I have to maybe speak to someone or do something else, or maybe, read a order, do that thing, close a check and things like that. But if the conversation is interesting enough and this guy is a regular, because at least every bar do, they say it's a hidden gem, but it's someone's local.
Of course.
There's somebody.
I like that. Yeah.
There's always a regular.
There's always a regular.
You see them and they're like, yeah.
That's him. Yeah.
They don't
on a
even
first
need to
name
order,
basis.
They don't need to order, things like that.
Yeah.
And even when they get to a point where they don't need to order, it usually shows how qualified I am, and maybe really I'm good at my service. Yeah, but I still also believe that the bar scene in Kenya has been growing, bro.
Oh, exploding.
It's been growing, and this thing running for weeks. I got to interact with journalists. I got to interact with bartenders from Ghana, people from Tokyo.
Wow,
bro! I met one of my like long-time colleagues, schoolmates, bro.
Wow,
and it was nice. Shout outs to Haman as well.
Shout outs to Haman.
Yeah, and we were talking about how just one of his commercials he did when he used to work with us, and it's just him just checking a cocktail and serving it and everything and all that. Just regular service, but of course.
That is Mawazo, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Mawazo
man.
was in attendance, bro.
Oh, Mawazo and I had a really nice time where I work. You know what?
Recently? Because he's still in the country.
Recently, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Recently.
Okay.
He literally visited at my place of work. And he had such nice things to say about the service, which really warms my heart.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Coming from a industry professional.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course. So big shout out to Mawazo. Yeah. You really left an impression. Keep blazing the trail.
Nice.
Yeah. But the Bartender Week, man, I need more. I missed the main event.
Oh, yeah. And also, I think that's really where I was for me, because I didn't get to really do. I didn't get the chance to go to Hero when it happened. I didn't get the chance to go to all those other outlets as well.
Yeah.
But really, and also, shout outs to the winners as well. Some people competed in. Making cocktails and things like this, with coffee infused drinks.
Wow.
And actually the person who came third place, first position, that was Winston. Shout out to him. I think you know him, Liquid Dreams.
Of course. Congratulations, Winston.
Yeah.
It's in order.
Yeah. And I even loved how the community is building, and there's a community already out there. And shout out to Stories Abba as well, the podcast.
Big shout out to Stories Abba.
Yeah, we should be getting the folks on the show. I happen to grace their mics as well, do a little joke here, there. But I enjoyed my time because every interaction I got, it was for somebody who's different walk of life.
Yeah.
But we all come together at the bar.
It all connects.
Yeah. Because it took me back to my days at the bar, because I got to interact with at least everyone, because mostly people come at the bar when they're off clock. Easily, okay, hi, I'm at the behind the bar, and you happen to be the sales guy, you happen to be the CEO at some tech company, you happen to be some guy in the law offices and all that, government officials. But when we all sit at the bar and start chatting, it's all going to be neutral conversations.
All titles
we bring in
off.
Things like sports. It's everybody's chiming in, and man, I had a wonderful time rubbing shoulders with the right folks. And I just can't wait for more. Being the inaugural, bro, that was on the roof. Yeah.
I mean, quick question.
Yeah.
Was there a favorite drink?
Yes.
Okay. Which one was it?
Shouts to Tito.
Tito Ta.
Yeah.
Hello. If you're getting this, man, you know you have a fan. Yeah.
That's what's up. The Jägermeister stand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have this drink, Manifest.
That's that clear bottle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because normally their drinks are green.
I had the chance to taste that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I also walked to Hero Bar
Mm-hmm.
and also liked their drink.
Okay.
And before you knew it, some mini burgers came left, right. I had to pick the most cheesy one. I'm a cheesehead. Yo, that's so accurate.
That's so on point. That cheese hat.
Yeah,
that's something.
Yeah, I'm wearing that tonight because we're playing tonight.
Oh, you're on brand,
bro.
You are on brand. Who are you playing against?
We're playing the Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I won't even begin to lie that I know this much highlights.
Yeah.
Uncle Barry knows me. I speak music.
Yeah.
And
service.
Yeah, service. Front end and center. Yeah. And I think this podcast will have crossovers of arts, sports.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we all, like you said, sports is a form of entertainment.
Exactly.
You are the Green Bay Packers will be serving a game to their fans.
Exactly.
And they have an obligation to make sure that the expectation is met.
In as much as every game it's, two results, IL and a W.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking for that.
Of course, that W. We won't stop for anything but that W.
Yeah, man, I'm pissed. Don't get me started on, know.
I know you. I know you, Uncle Barry.
Yeah, but that's still service. I can serve my other football fans.
Of course. You're serving their interests.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, it's such a coincidence we came up with that name.
Mm-hmm.
It is so all round. And I am proud.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. And when we're talking about just everything, I remember I pissed some guy at a fuel station.
Mm-hmm.
I went with like a jerry can, and the lid wasn't right.
Okay.
So we had to. I don't want to shout him out.
Name stay concealed.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy service. I don't want to get into details, but I didn't enjoy service.
Yeah.
But I also felt like maybe how I rolled in he didn't really like how I approached it first.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to make sure I come back to his tank.
All right.
A few days after, just to make peace and be like, bro, the other time and this and that. I normally don't get to do that, but this was close to home.
Yeah.
One of those places you frequent. Yeah, and I don't know. You wanna finish up on 254 Bartender Week? That was nice.
It really was. It really was. I just I showed up quite late.
Yeah.
And
we didn't see each other because I also left around close to almost 8 o'clock.
I was just landing at 9, so that's an hour late. Yeah, it was that busy.
It actually it was still on at 9.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't. I didn't go there. What happened was I first of all headed straight to Hero. Shout out to Amazing, my compatriot. Yeah, of course. I thought I should probably just touch base with him on some project that we're cooking. We never left the kitchen. Yeah. So, and then I realized, everyone's...
No.
Yeah. Oh, man. I told you, it's going to be overlaps.
Yeah.
On the elevator on my way up, I met one of the participants.
Oh.
And they noticed I'm headed to Hero. They said, you're headed upstairs. I said, yeah, that's where the party is. And then we just connected real quick. And then that hit me that they've already wrapped back there. So where they were.
That was the after party.
That was the after party. Okay. Yeah. So, so I hung out a couple of minutes at Hero. The vibe was great, but I had an early morning, so I had to cut my losses and dash. So
story of our lives.
All I have is FOMO, man. All I have is FOMO. And I'm so glad that I was represented, and I know I was represented by the bartenders. I was represented by you, Uncle Barry.
Thank you.
I was represented by even Stories Are Bar, because we share the same platform and the same thing. We communicate, we entertain, and I think for me, you mentioned something at the last bit before taking a tangent to Kenya, the Kenya Bartender Week, and that was the idea of horrible service. And I think, to be honest, the way I approach service is whoever I am taking care of comes first. I am never in the picture.
Yeah.
I am never in the picture. I'm just a tool.
Yeah.
And I've learned that really opens up the guest too. it even becomes like therapy, man. They're like, we really like your personality and all. And it's like, no, while it is a personality, it is a skill that you learn to put your interests back.
Yeah.
And most people who are new in the industry will hold on to the fact that it's their job, and really it is, while that might be contradicting.
And when it comes robotic.
Yeah, thank you. You see, you can't tell me how to do my job.
Yeah.
No. You're employed. No one's taking your job, man. All right, it's yours, okay?
Until you fuck up.
Yes, there's that part. But don't let yourself get in the way of yourself.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Because one thing I'm getting from that is the best self you can always be is yourself.
There's that.
That's the only thing you can do best. Be yourself. Because, when somebody says they like your personality, it's not robotic. Because, right now it's easy. I can even bounce a joke. Maybe, there's just going to be some way we're communicating at this point for me to even, be easy to tell you that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll bring it out the best way you know how.
Just actually, before we finish up on Bartender Week, I forgot to mention something was really key.
Please.
All the drinks were on the house.
Whoo!
I mean, and then I thought about it. What do you expect? Actually, these are bartenders.
Yeah, man.
What do you expect, bro?
They offer. I'm telling you, bartenders, the world would have been a horrible place without you guys.
Yeah.
So, your week was fantastic.
Yeah, that was nice. That was tasty.
And we hope to see more often.
More often.
Yeah. Being a first of its kind, I'm sure you've already set things in motion.
Exactly.
All right. Any last words, Uncle Barry?
I can only just shout the women bartenders in the industry. Maybe that's my last word. Shout outs to them. This is dedicated to the women bartenders in the industry. Shout outs to Mo. Shout outs to Mo Iringo. Shout outs to Annette. Shout outs to Lindsay.
Of course.
Just to name a few. Shout outs to the few bartenders I follow online.
I'm going to mention a few more.
Yeah, please.
Shout out to Maria. Maria, if you're watching this, Maria. Okay. And then there is Kwambox. Kwambox. You have a special